This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2000 Ford F250 crew cab short bed. It's a 6.8 liter V10 gas motor. It's two-wheel drive. It's an XLT, which is cloth. It has very low miles, 96,230 actual miles. It was purchased directly from an insurance company in Hollywood, California. It is on a salvage title due to theft, not collision. It had horrific paint, which has been fixed. But other than that, and missing a tailgate, that's been handled also. But the cosmetics have been changed quite a bit as far as the paint's concerned. It had like this, I think when they stole it, they tried to cover it with black paint. It was weird, like rattle can or something, so we had to do the whole thing. Anyway, like I said, salvage title due to theft, not collision. If you know anything about this topic, basically the attorneys for the insurance companies don't want any liability for the insurance company. So by giving it a salvage title, no one can sue them after we sell it to you. So basically they're divorcing the truck. It has nothing to do with the truck being wrecked. It has to do with not wanting to get sued. It's lawyers. That's why it's salvage. Anyway, we do an inspection. This is what it says. Low miles, runs great. What do we do to it? Ignition, driver door lock cylinder, obviously theft damage. Fuel pump is new. Front brake pads, battery, both taillights are new. They stole the catalytic converter and piping, so we had a new cat installed and a louvered tailgate. We did one stage paint. It looks good, but it's not factory. It does have imperfections. I don't know if you're familiar with Mako, but it's similar to Mako. Some guys who used to run the Mako shop opened up their own paint shop, and you just get a little bit of floaties and stuff. It's a 19-year-old truck, so I mean, if you're looking for a show truck, you're not getting one here. Okay, this is not a show truck. It's a good-looking truck, but it's not perfect, and we don't want to sell it as perfect. You'll see like this little imperfection right there in the paint. I don't know if you can see that in the video or not. My brother's going to take between, I would say, 60 and 80 HD pictures. In that photo gallery, you can take the little magnifying glass icon and just zoom right over and see like this. It helps a lot. It's pretty much like having your face up against it. Like I see a little bit of stuff right here. Basically, it's a big green truck, and it looks 100 times better than it did before, but it's not factory paint. So we just want to make sure that people know what they're getting, and there's no drama. And if cosmetics are huge to you, then this is not your truck, okay? If you want a nice running truck with low miles, just a pickup, this is a great truck. We get a lot of people. This is kind of a lower priced truck for us, but we get a lot of people who ask us for just pickup trucks, you know, something that is under 10 grand that they can haul stuff with and tow stuff with, and you know, isn't, you know, a fortune to fix and repair and drive. And you know, sometimes diesel can get expensive to fix and repair and drive. So I saw this one, I'm like, all right, let's throw a quick paint job on it, get it running good, make sure it runs good, and then we'll have a couple, you know, one of them, I think we have another one, a V10 truck, a extra cab, a little bit nicer than this truck, but it's only an extra cab, and this one's a four-door, which people prefer. 96,278 miles. I'm gonna fire this guy up. All right, let's see. Kelly Blue Book on this truck. 96,230 miles on a two-wheel drive V10 XLT crew cab is $9,302. So $9,300 is the Blue Book value of this vehicle. Okay. Here's the Carfax. There's the VIN. Like I said, branded title, salvage, and that is due to theft, which I'll show you. 4/5/19 is the date of this Carfax. A couple hours ago I did this. So it was in California. Stayed in Ontario the whole time. You can see right here, it was going to service, and then at 60,000 it stopped because that's when the warranty ended. and other shops, not all shops, report to Carfax. So, and it was stolen on 1/17 of 19 and recovered 1/24 of 19. Okay, there you go. And this is the title. This is the California title we've got. This is the VIN. It was from Mercury Insurance. Mercury Insurance got this title issued to them February 12th of 2019. And then they signed it over to Wheel Kinetics February 21st of 2019 with 96,000 miles. And now Wheel Kinetics has an Arizona title in our name. And it was issued to us March 5th of 2019 with 96,230 actual miles. Okay? So now you've seen all the paperwork we have on it. Carfax, Kelley Blue Book, the whole bit. The purpose of these videos isn't really to sell the vehicle, it's to make sure that the right person buys it. And our job is to, my job is to make sure that I show you everything, good and bad. There's a Ford stamp there. So you know that's the original fender. Ford stamp there, original fender. Stickers where they belong. You want to see this stuff because then you know nothing's been replaced. The only reason to replace this stuff is if you wreck. Ford stamp there, new battery here. There's your motor. Stamp here, by the way, on the hood. When they wreck vehicles, they don't replace them with Ford parts because they're much more expensive. That's why you want to see those Ford stamps. So when they're not there, you know something's happened. There's your window. Show people as much as I can in these videos. Like I said, so there's no drama. Drama sucks. There's your window up and down. That's the passenger rear. Looks like at some point there's been a little repair made right here in the headliner. We were going to take this tint off, but people may want it. It'll just peel right off, but it's not the best tint in the world in this back glass, but I figured somebody may want it anyway. Probably take you 10 minutes to take, not even that, probably 5 minutes to take it off. All right. Side. Alright, let's hop in this big boy. Alright, seatbelt on. I can tell you the AC works. It's already getting warm in Tucson. It's actually not too warm today. Yesterday was a lot warmer. It was like 90. Today, probably 80 something. But the AC definitely works. A little crack right here. Boom. Let's see. Overdrive off and on. Off, on. Tilt this wheel down a little bit. There we go. Alright, let's see. Let's go for a drive. I don't even know if the radio works. Let's go FM.
Of boots all the time.
It would have been missing the knob, but it works. All right, let's go for a ride. All right, this thing's being sold on a salvage title. Obviously, you need plates and insurance if you're going to drive this thing home. If you come to Tucson and drive it home, we have to take it to the cops and get what's called a level 3 inspection done. Once we get the level 3 inspection done, we can take the level 3 inspection and the salvage title we have currently and get what's called the restored salvage title. At that point, we can issue plates to drive home with and you can get insurance. So obviously that's mandatory if you're going to drive it home. That's $200. Then we have a $250 dock fee. And then we have Taxes. Taxes would be your state tax rate, whatever that is, plus our city of 2.7%. Very simple. So if you come here, you'll pay your state tax rate plus our city of 2.7 and $250 dock fee and $200 to restore the title. If you're going to pay by wire and ship, all you're obligated to pay is the agreed upon price, and that's it. Unless you want to check the box and have us restore the title before it ships out. Okay, so if you do that, it'll add $200 to the price, and we'll get it the title restored before it ships out. If you are going to pay by wire and ship, once we receive full payment, we will fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address. We will sign it off to you. We'll scan that into your online file, so you'll be able to see it immediately. We even scan in the envelope we mail it in. You'll obviously have the truck shipped to you. The title will already be in the mail, so you'll have the title before the truck shows up. When the truck shows up, you'll just take the title and the truck down to motor vehicles and get plates. It's very simple. Deposit. Once we have an agreed upon price, the deposit is due, and that is $500. Once we have the deposit, we'll put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours. Until then, it will stay for sale. So please make sure you get your deposit. If you're going to put an hour or two of your time looking at this ad and you're serious, you should be ready with a deposit. It's a low mile pickup truck. It's going to be under 10 grand. People are looking for these trucks, apparently. We get a lot of this this request online to provide just regular old trucks that aren't a fortune. And so this is one of them. So I would guess, we don't do this very often, that somebody's going to be all over this thing and want to buy it pretty quickly. So make sure you get your deposit in. Obviously the deposits, the computer timestamps them. We know only one deposit can come in per truck, and we can tell when you're first or second. We've had customers tell us that I got mine in yesterday. It's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Another guy did before you. So it might matter if you hurry. Last part of the speech is obvious on this truck, but we encourage everyone to go to our site and click on every vehicle that you see on our site, and it would go, if we could, we'd have thousands on there, but a good example, there's probably 30 or 40. And if you look at the very end of every video, you'll hear me say the same thing. There are no salesmen in our place. We don't have to pay them, thank God. We don't have to have them around annoying everyone. We don't have bottled water with our name on it. We don't have a lounge to hang out in. And if you were to show up to test drive your vehicle after you have a deposit on it, which by the way is the only way you're allowed to do that, is with a deposit, we would just toss you the keys and say, have a nice day. You can have it all day, whatever, but we're not here to tell you how great it is or babysit you or whatever. We're just gonna toss you the keys. We're 4 people, we run all these vehicles. There's a lot, okay? So we don't really have time to coddle and, whatever the salesmen do at dealerships do, annoy you. And because of that, we don't sell the vehicles. We also don't sell the vehicles for what we could. We leave a little bit in for you, so you can fix your own vehicle. The day you own it is the day you own it. Because we're saving you a bunch of money, and because you're saving money, that money you're saved will go into a repair eventually. We are not going to write checks for anything at any time, whether it's 1 second into you owning it or 10 years from now. You are the owner of this truck. We are not the owner of the truck. So if something breaks and you've owned it for 10 seconds, you're gonna go get it fixed on your dime. If that doesn't work for you, that's fine. You got to buy from somebody else, because there's nothing on that entire inventory of vehicles here that is going to get a check written for any part at any time. Okay. Anyway, I like this truck. It runs good. Very quiet too. I'm used to diesel, so I guess it's always going to be more quiet. But I like this truck a lot. I think that's about it. Thank you for your time.